Math 6, week 6, and you may, as I did, say, wait a minute, Mr. Field, make an error. I thought I just did quizzes 1 and 2 in geometry in week 5. In week 5, we did quizzes 1 and 2 in getting ready for geometry. But here, week 6, final week of the summer math program, we're going to do something you haven't done yet. You're going to do some actual 6th grade math. Okay, so this did not come from getting ready for 6th grade. This came from 6th grade. I went, oh, update's coming. Oh no. Okay, that's all right. I like it. I like it how it is. So I went to geometry and yeah, we're gonna do quizzes 1 and 2. Don't worry, I actually know how to do it. And but you can just click on that link right there. Okay, in fact, I'll click on it. And then I have quizzes 1 and quiz 2. Yeah, we're gonna not do quiz 3 and 4 because it's just additional content. You can see it's gonna take us plenty of time. Okay, so the area of a parallelogram. Area of a parallelogram is base times height. But just make sure you look for the right angle to find the height and the base. Because you see that 9 is not connected to the right angle, and that 9 is not one of the numbers we want to multiply. So the base is 11 and the height is 8. And of course, when you multiply those two, you get 88. Now, how about the area of a triangle? Let's add that to our formula list. The area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. But we still look for the right angle. And then we know the height here. We know the base is x. And they give us the area. So they're telling us the area is 4. And the base is x. And the height is 4. Okay, so let's multiply these two together. 1/2 of 4 is 2. And then, so 2 times some number is 4. Well, you should know 2 times 2 is 4, right? So it's 2. But in 6th grade, you'll learn how to solve one-step equations. And then you will be able to find even more difficult answers using inverse operations. Find the missing height, but here we're just going to divide. So if we have the area, you know, like the answer, remember the area of a parallelogram was base times height. This time they told us the area, and we also know the base, and we're missing the height. So in that case, we divide. So I just divided both sides, which you'll do in 6th grade, and you end up with 6. If you need to know the area, multiply. If you need to know a missing side, divide. Side divide. Very good. What's the area of the shape? So this one is a trapezoid, but we can think of it, check this out. I just add a line in here. What shape is this? A square, right? So what's the area? 3 times 3. And then this, okay, so then that would make the top 3, right? Which would make this 4, so that it adds up to 7. And what is this but 3? So now this is a triangle. What's the area formula for a triangle? 1/2 base times height. But now I know the base is 4. And I just found the height is 3. Bring down the 1/2. So that's 12 times a half, which is 6. The area is 6. And knowing that, I can find the area of the whole shape. 9 plus 6, 15. That was fun. All right. What is the area of the triangle? I'm not doing that. You can do that. Just do the area of the triangle. Ooh, word problems. Tanya has a garden with a trench around it. The garden is a rectangle with a length of 2.5 meters, a width of 2 meters. The trench and the garden together make a rectangle with a length of, find the area of just the trench. Okay. What we want to do is we want to draw a picture. There we go. Trench around the garden. And the garden is a rectangle, 2.5 by 2. Like that. The trench and the garden together is 3.5 by 3. All right. So there's a number of ways we could do this, but the easiest way is to find the area of the inside and the area of the whole thing, and then subtract them. Okay. The area of the whole minus the area of the garden is going to give us the area of the trench. It's called composite area. All right, so 3/2 times 3 minus 2/2 times 2. So what is that? And I knew I gotta do 3 times 2 plus 1 is 7/2 times 3, right? 2 times 2 plus 1 is 5/2 times 2. So that's 21. Let's just do this over here. 21 over 2, right? 7 times 3 is 21. And then 5, 10. That's 11/2. All right, so 11/2. Maybe thinking, I can't possibly be the answer. It's the answer. All right, but you can put that whole explanation in organizer if you wanted to be explained. It's no problem. So let's do quiz 2 now. The Olympic size pool at a recreational center is a right rectangular prism, and the pool contains, okay, all right. So this is about volume. And we know volume is base area times the height. So they gave us the dimensions for the area, and they gave us the volume, and they're asking about the height. Okay, so it's like this, 3,000, and I can multiply, it's 50, it's 50 times 25. 0, 25, 0, 0, and then 10. So 0, 5, 2, 1. So it's 1250. And so the base area is 1250, and then the height is whatever it is. Okay, so how deep is the pool? That's good. So we have to divide to figure that out. It's 2.4 meters. Let's see if that's right. I use my calculator, you know. I could have done it long division, but try to make a quicker video. A rectangular prism with a volume of 2 cubic units is filled with cubes. Volume. The side length of 1/4. Oh, no. Okay, so when we're filling things with unit cubes, that's the volume. And then you can actually fill them with smaller cubes, but it's going to take more, right? So if it's 1/4, then that means multiply volume by 4 to get 1/4 cubes needed. And at 1/2 cubes, you'd have to double the volume. You know, 1/5 cubes multiplied by 5. So if the volume is 2, how many 1/4 cubes? That would be 8. Because 2 times 4 is 8. What? Okay. Wait a minute. The volume of a rectangular prism with a volume of 2 is filled with cubes with the side lengths of 1/4. Oh, sorry. The side lengths are 1/4. but the volume of these cubes isn't 1/4. So actually, let's draw the picture. Let me show you what I did wrong here. All right, so we have this little cube and the side length is 1/4. And so what is the volume of the little cube? Well, so the volume of the little cube is going to be 1/4 times 3 is 1/64, right? 4 times 4 times 4 is 64. So how many of those tiny little cubes will fit? We don't want to multiply by 4 in this case. We actually want to multiply by 64 because the volume of each one of these little cubes is 1/64. So what is 2 times 64? That would be 128. Got it. Look at that. See that, and then you'll feel good when you mess up and then you figure it out. It's a good feeling. It's called perseverance. Just shake off the lack of confidence if that happens to you, because it's not needed. We all make mistakes, even me, as you can see. That was a literal mistake, right? Like, I didn't do that on purpose. I'll be straightforward and honest with you. Edges. I have just outlined an edge. Here's another one. Edges are the segments here. Those are the edges. But there are also things called faces. So you see these down here called the faces. All of them, top, bottom, everything. Those are called the faces. And then the last part is called the vertices. These guys, the corners, are called the vertices. Okay, so how many edges does it have? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 4, 4, and 4, and then extra 2, and then 2. So 4 plus 4 is 8, plus 2 is 10, plus 2 is 12. (3D shape). Okay, we got 3D shapes. What are the names of 3D shapes? We have prisms. We have pyramids. We have cylinders. We have cones. We have spheres. And we have truncated pyramids. I mean, just kidding. We have truncated all of it. Semicircles, hemispheres. You may have heard of hemispheres, right? But these are the 5 basic ones. And I'm even going to draw them for you. So prism, go ahead and draw a square in your paper or a rectangle, and then draw that same one offset. And of course, this is not the best because they're not exactly the same, but that is a prism. Pyramid, how do you draw a pyramid? Draw a parallelogram and then put a point above it and then connect the vertices to that point and something like a pyramid. Cylinders, how do you draw a cylinder? Draw a circle or a oval and then another one and then connect the edges. There is cylinder. How do you draw a cone? Draw one circle, put a point above it, and go from the point to the edges. You've drawn yourself a cone, and if you want to make it look really 3D, put a dotted line to the center. That's your height. All right, and then a sphere. Draw a sphere. You draw a circle, and then you draw a circle, or like an oval there, and that's how you draw a sphere in math. Okay, so what is this one? That is a square pyramid, because the base is a square and is a pyramid. Okay, what is the volume? You can figure out the volume. Do the base area times the height. All right, and that's the whole summer. Now you go into 6th grade and you just kick butt. You're going to do great. And go back and look at the organizer, find all the questions you've posted throughout the summer, and maybe even post some more with some extra time that you had before school starts. And hey, you can even use this organizer during the school year if you have questions. Bye.